Hello, hello. This is Budgets with Grace, and I'm so excited to be budgeting my second paycheck of January with you. I did record the last paycheck of December, but then I let the video get stale and it's just not going to be uploaded. And I needed to take last paycheck off to just budget for myself and not share it with the internet. I've been really keeping myself busy, going to a lot of ice skating classes, and I have also been doing a lot of personal work in counseling, both solo and with my partner. So I just needed a little break, and I'm so excited to share my budget updates with you now. So let's start in my joint checking. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here where I have these 3 transactions. So I do this a little wonky, and maybe I'll explain why right now. So if I select all 3 of these, I can see that I have Kuna Mutual Group, that's my employer, and I have this split out into 2 ready to assigns, and one of them says 401k. So this includes what is automatically deducted from my salary that goes into my 401k investment. It also includes my employer match, and I am doing this so I can see my percent of investment of my total income. So if I click on this drop down over here, click on enter now, then I can go into my reports. I prefer the toolkit reports for this one. And I can see, am I just looking at this month? Wow, I'm just looking at this month. We've been spending out of a lot of categories. So I can see wealth building is at 23.94%. I want to have an investment for retirement savings rate of between 20 to 25%. So that's going really well right now. At least for this month. This is probably going to change a lot because we'll be doing some bigger spending from our wedding category this year, but that won't mean that we're investing less. It just means we're spending a lot out of our savings. So the kind of wonky part about this is I do have to budget this line item. So I'm just going to click on underfunded. And I just have to do that every paycheck. The really exciting thing about my budget is I changed my emoji system. I used to have an emoji on literally every single category, and I decluttered. I did a little New Year decluttering. I looked around, found the things that were bringing me joy, and I realized if I go over here to all accounts and I scroll down through these, you can see the emojis are just lined up on this side. Instead of, there's a few, like this one I can see, I didn't remove the soap icon yet, but it's in the middle, and they were just like, oh yeah, you can see here's a car, here's pants, they don't line up, it's just scattered. Yeah, no. So I'm going to double check that I don't need or want to fund anything in January. So budget meeting stuff under joint stuff is just if I don't recognize a transaction, I just throw it in there and fully fund it and then confer with Forrest, my partner, later. Wealth building, we are good for January. This is chugging along. I looked at my investment account yesterday and it said 7% funded for the year for my Roth IRA, so very exciting. That's good. I know I just went to Costco yesterday and spent all that money. Plus, I asked Forrest to go to the store to get a couple things too. So let's just do 75 and it should be okay. Convenience, I just see it happening again. Food is just so expensive, and we were already spending a lot, but this year we had December was insane. So we decided to try to get it together this month, and we're only eating out a couple times a week, which is like pretty good for us. And it's just so expensive. Like date night, we went on one date night. Like I would usually expect this to be closer to 60. um, and then I remember this trip, it says Black Sheep, that's a taco place in town. I had four tacos and a water, like just tap water, not a water they would charge me for, and it was $28. Oh my God. So that's my little rant about inflation. So big day. I rearranged a lot of money, but I also saved a lot. Good, good. And that means we can go into February. Gonna scroll all the way back to the top. Use my keyboard shortcut to open all my categories, and let's get funding. So for my retirement account, I am not going to fully fund this. It says I need 1,068, and that's because there's 52 weeks in the year, and most months that is 4 weeks, and a couple months that is 5 weeks. So I'm going to, depending on what day of the week you're counting from. Anyway, sorry if I'm over explaining calendars to you guys. Anyway, so I only want to fund 1,000 because that's how much is coming out, even though it's different from what YNAB is calling my goal. So that's good. And now I'm going to select everything that I partially funded last time. Let's see, do these all look correct? So I'll do all of those except for these two. And underfunded. And now I'm going to manually do these because I like even numbers. And back to everything that's partially funded. Yeah, I need to update this goal because we really like this service. We're only doing it every other month, but I want to do it every month. It's so nice. And now frequent. Just for fun. Events. Let's see. I will uncheck those. And click on underfunded there. Oh my goodness. Really not having a lot of margin these days, gotta tell you. Great, and I don't like to budget ahead for big day because this is a huge goal, so I just budget in the current month for it. And same for trips, I only budget in the current month. And now it says underfunded 1,330 basically. If I remove these 4 categories that I never fund in the future months, I should say, still says 1,004. So I'm going to uncheck wealth building because I also know that is where there's a difference because of this wonky 401k category plus my Roth IRA category that is not meeting the goal. So now I'm only down 90. So was that intentional? Ooh, figure skater. Okay, I'm going to check that upcoming transaction for sure. And let's see. Oh, I just didn't fund a fun category. I definitely want more nail polish in my life, so gotta fund that. What is this upcoming transaction? I think I calculated out how many passes I have and when I'll need more, and it's in February. So, yep, gonna do that because I love it. I love it so much. I want to do it all the time. And that margin left over is 103.88. And now I'm gonna come back down and we're going to be able to throw this at the wedding. So first I'm going to take my little holding over here, goes to ready to assign. And I guess it would be beverages and ice is the next one. I actually even think that this bartending one will go up a little bit because of the rentals I'll need. So we'll just add 104 there and put this back into holding. Okay. So, oh man, I was able to assign $910 into my wedding category this month, which is great. And in February, for just the wedding category, I only need to fund $135 to stay on target based on not just the wedding date, like actually all of the dates associated with these goals. So like dancing lessons, we are doing sooner than we are getting married, or rather doing our first dance. And then if I include our travel, which we fully funded our trip to Europe, we fully funded our little mini moon we're going to be doing in state. And now we're working on our honeymoon where we would love to go to Thailand. And yep, altogether 312 basically. So that is doable. Just doesn't feel like a lot of margin, and especially because we don't have a fully funded emergency fund. We just have this like massive pile of wedding money, which is great. But it is not exactly an emergency fund. Like I feel secured. Like I don't feel like we don't have enough cash to cover an emergency. It would just mean we would need to like shuffle things around and like be able to save a little bit extra for the wedding going forward. So if I take a peek at March, and I'm going to select everything again so I can deselect a few things, such as these same 4 categories. $7,030 is a lot. So let's see here. I wonder if you guys can hear my cat rummaging in my closet. Hey kitty, did you find a bag? Actually, you can't be in that bag. Just take out wealth building. That's the big one that throws us off. Okay, it's more like 61. Let's quickly see. I think everything else is like pretty usual. Okay, so $6,182. And I'll go over to checking. And now I'm going to look at our upcoming paychecks. So can see that here, those 3 transactions again, and also there's one right there. There's one right there. Where's the other one? Oh, there should be another one. Okay, so So now I've selected all of our paychecks as well as my 401k deductions, and we have a total of $6,840. And I believe it was 6120 something. I'm real bad at holding on to numbers, so you guys are probably going to all tell me that I'm wrong. But I can see that I will have a few $100s of margin next month, which is going to be great because I just want to finish saving for this wedding as quickly as possible. I want to race to that finish line and get it done. Thank you for hanging out for my highly Capricorn response to this. And if you feel like supporting me, you can follow me on TikTok, buy me a coffee, and of course, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I'll catch you next time. Bye.